Okay, I'm Tuere Butler.
I'm Nate Butler, and our relationship is
Phenomenal.
great word.
It's phenomenal.
Phenomenal. We actually didn't coordinate wardrobes today.
No.
I think you, Tuere, too, was like, well, what am I going to wear? And we kind of went in and kind of looked, but
It was a family discussion.
yeah, family discussion. I didn't kind of plan. I just knew I wanted to look great, but I didn't really. I'm kind of underdressed actually.
Yeah.
For
You don't have all your bells and whistles.
yeah.
Yeah.
So.
I just throw on stuff and it just.
Oh, just pops. Yeah. I kind of. Well, she doesn't like my space where I get dressed because there's stuff everywhere. But, you know.
I put things back on the hanger and I fold things back up when I'm not going to use that because I don't like mess. That's why we don't share a closet.
Well, we don't share a closet because we don't have enough space for both for all of our stuff. Like
but
that.
In all the years that we've been married, which has been 18 years now.
Really?
Yeah.
Phenomenal.
19 years. We have never shared a closet.
Ever. Well, because we kind of figure that is the pathway to divorce.
For us. Yes.
Well, I just kind of think that we, first of all, between the both of us, our shoes are.
We have a lot of shoes. We have a lot of clothes
and bags
and coats
and hats.
Like when people come over to our house, we put their coats somewhere else. We have 3 coat closets, but they can't.
Yeah, they can't put their stuff in the coat. We actually prefer people to leave their coats in the car. Yeah. Where they go?
But not only that, I feel like if we share, like we know each other's strengths and weakness, and my strength is organization and just tidiness, and that's not Nate's strength. So it serves us better not to
mesh. But what's funny is she'll come into my space and say, "You need to clean up in here," and I'm like, "But this isn't your space. This is my space." You know. But she wants to come in and create order in my space that's not her space. So she still wants to kind of like she's ringing that bell. Divorce, divorce, divorce.
I don't ring that bell.
That's how it feels to me.
You're a victim. Okay.
I feel victimized.
That's cool.
Okay. You know what? I think what makes us similar is that we are both passionate about what
I was gonna say that.
Really? Yeah. Gold star for Tuere. I think that we're both passionate in what we believe in, and that, but that's the part that's similar, but we're passionate in what we believe in, and that's the things that are different
too.
And it's not more like these grandiose, like thematic things, like, you know, political views, religious views. Like we're there.
Yeah.
It just comes down to like little stuff. Like I don't like Mexican food.
And I do. And I believe in putting dishes in the cabinet when they're dry. And he doesn't. There's still water in the cup and he puts it. That's a difference.
But I don't do that. Why are we doing this in front of the camera?
How you were being transparent. I don't know.
I shake out the water.
Okay.
But we do. But we're different in a way. For instance, like she's a planner. But I am the type of person where I'm like, okay, I'll loosely plan and I'll kind of go in and like, okay, and things will just kind of work out, which they always do. And so
that makes me very nervous, but I'm trying.
Yeah, you are. You've gotten so much better over the years, but I believe I have too.
You have. I think partnership for me, in our relationship really means a respect of our differences and our similarities and the commitment to work together throughout our marriage. And then I think it allows people to see that people who are different can work together. Yeah. And it's not always going to be smooth, But if you both make that commitment, then it can be great.
I like, you know what? I think of you as the best partner.
Oh, you're sweet because I'm your only partner.
Right.
Yeah.
You're not a partner.
I'm the partner.
You're the partner.
Yeah.
I do remember
I'm
that.
the partner.
Yeah, she's the partner. So, but I love to look at it as if that we eliminate each other's weaknesses.
Yeah.
So there's things in Tuere that are so strong that I'm weak in. And there are things that she's weak in that I'm strong in. And we cover
each other.
We like to have this thing to where we're just like, and I think most married couples are like this, where we'll just be in a car and we'll just be like, ah! But as soon as we get out the car, we are united front.
Yes.
You will never know.
We're not going to break rank.
No, we're not breaking. You're not going to know.
No.
You're not
we go down with our ship.
We sure do. You will never know.
Yeah, we lock it up and then it's like
smile, and then, but it's great that way because when we get back in the car, we always like, well, now what would we?
Yeah.
Then we kind of forget. So, yeah.
The advice I would give to someone who is organized, married to a creative, I would really say to just walk in grace. Like, as an organized person, listen, don't get offended.
I'm not.
Don't.
Okay, yeah. You're right.
As a person who, as a person who's like constantly planning and thinking of the next step, I recognize that I can be too rigid. And the beauty of being married to a creative is that he brings out things in me that I didn't think that I had, or I didn't think that I would enjoy. Or shows me a lot of times that things work out. You can be loose about it. You don't have to hold it so tight. And I allow him to be himself and appreciate him for who he is. And that helps with making me grow, but it also allows this space in our marriage where we get to enjoy each other.
What I would tell somebody is to let a person that is highly organizational come into your creative space and actually I help you identify the things that aren't growing or the things that you don't need to be focusing on in the minute. So it's almost like in a garden where it has a lot of weeds and a lot of things that are there. Tuere has she has a gift to where you can say, well, maybe you should focus on this first and this first. And then what happens is it allows me to actually be creative in that space and you actually allow me to grow. But it also takes a lot of humility to understand that you don't know it all and that you can grow, allowing someone else to cover your weaknesses, because there's be parts where I'm working on this, I'm working on that, I'm doing this script, I'm doing this movie, like you're doing all of these things. And Tuere's like, hey, let's do this one. Let that sprout up. And so I would say, listen, and allow that person's gifting to shine through and help you in that moment. We share equal weight.
Yeah.
We just do. Like, Tuere's opinion matters to me. It matters. If I get finished doing anything on stage or I write something or whatever, I'm looking to see what she says first. It doesn't matter who's there. I need to know what she thinks. And
same.
Yeah, and so when we make a decision, whether it's financial or whether it's even going to eat, like there's that right there is probably the craziest. Why is that? When we were dating, we didn't have that issue, but as soon as we got married, it went to another level.
Yeah, I think it's because
so I don't know, the shared power thing, like there's a power struggle when we're picking restaurants.
Because I think we both want to make sure that I usually bend. So let's be clear. But the hope is that we both want to make sure that each other will enjoy the experience when we go out to eat.
True.
But to your point, yeah, we share the power because we recognize that together makes us powerful,
Mhm.
but separately we already carried something that was unique
Mhm.
and different, and that was what attracted us to each other, and together it's like